Okay, good afternoon, viewers and my fellow followers. Welcome. Saube is back. Please like it, comment, and of course share the link. Subscribe so that we support this channel. I promised you that we are going to look at earth geometry. So today we'll be looking at earth geometry. Now, basically, when you talk about earth geometry, there are two types of the way we should handle this question. Those questions in paper 1 and those in paper 2. So we will start with paper 2. So, and again, earth geometry, when the radius is in nautical miles, and yes, again, when the radius is in kilometers. So, I'll start with the radius in nautical miles. Basically, we are looking at earth geometry. Under earth geometry, before we answer the question, which is on there, on our board here, allow me to talk about what is basically needed to know before we start doing earth geometry. So, number one, you have to establish what are the longitudes. So you as a candidate, you should know what is a longitude. You should also establish what is a latitude. These are some of the things. So once you establish this, then it is fine with you. Thereafter, again, you should understand that radius in nautical miles can either be in nautical miles, which is 34, 37 nautical miles, and of course this radius can be in kilometers, which is 6370 kilometers. Please, this information is very, very important for us to understand. So, once more, you're welcome. So today we are going to look at 2020 School Certificate Question 8A. That's the question we're looking at. And of course, the question reads, P, Q, R, and T are points on the surface of the Earth as shown in the diagram below. Take pi to be 3.142 and radius 3437. Fellow viewers, this is the radius we have been given in the question. So normally they give the radius, and this is the Earth globe. Now these longitudes and latitudes are just imaginary lines. You know, the Earth, generally, if you look at this globe, you will never find the lines, and where you are there, you never find. These are imaginary lines. So longitude and latitude are just imaginary lines. So this is the Earth. We've got those which run from the north coming to the south, known as the longitudes, west to east, known as the latitudes. So when it comes to paper 1, I'll come and demonstrate why are these important. So as at now, you should just understand how to find the difference. So the difference in theta and other things. So what is the purpose? Basically, we are saying longitudes. When we talk about longitudes, ladies and gentlemen, it is just basically talking about distance. You know, longitudes talks about time. It is going to assist us to find what time. While latitudes, in most cases, when you talk about latitude, basically we are talking about distance. So especially this is in paper 1. So I'll come back to this information later. As at now, let's concentrate on what they have asked us. They are telling us that, Angel, find the difference in longitude. They have said longitude between Q and R. So it is Q and R. Why they have emphasized to say longitude? Because they are sharing the same latitude. Please, fellow viewers, they will never ask you this question to find the difference in latitude, because both of them were sleeping on 60 degrees south. So they will talk about the longitude. You can see the other longitude. How do we answer this question? Solution. Number 1, we have to say theta. Mind you, the difference in degrees or between the 2 points on Earth, surface, it is measured in degrees. So it is theta is equal to, the other one, it is 21 west. So don't put here west, but instead just say 21. The other one is 41. Such that when you add the 2, you are going to have 62. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very important to show this information because it carries the mark. And this is the final answer. Don't just write that. Do not So don't write theta is equal to 62. You will lose marks. You are going to lose marks because we don't know how you have gotten the 62. Show that you added. So this is the difference in what? In longitude. Remember, why have we added? We have added because the other one is found in the east, the other one is found in the west. So the east is 41, the west is 21. So since they are found in the opposite side, so they are opposite points, therefore we tend to add. If both were finding the same direction, we would have subtracted. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was our question A, part 1. This is A, part 1. Then we are going to look at part 2, which is actually it is question, let me say, part 2 now. In part 2, they're asking us to say, calculate the distance in nautical miles of PQ. PQ of PQ. PQ is this one. So how do we find the distance in PQ? We are looking at the distance, which is the short form of distance PQ. How do we find the distance PQ? I promised you that we are going to run away from these, odd methods whereby you say theta is equal to 360 over 2 pi r. This is the distance along the longitude. We don't put cos because it is along the longitude. These longitudes are called major circles. So ladies and gentlemen, we are saying this is what we are calling the longitude. They run from the north coming to the south. So these are major circles. So when you find the distance along the longitude, we do not put the cos. Now we are running out from this method. No need of us using this method. Let's please adopt this whereby you just say distance is equal to theta times 60. Where this theta is the difference. Where this theta is the difference between in latitude between P and Q. So difference in what? In latitude. So this is a short form of latitude. So the difference in latitude, first of all, you have to find the theta. What is my theta? You agree with me that P is on 60 north. And then what is my S? My Q is on what? 40 south. 60, south. You find that is 60 south. Of course, the theta I'm going to have is 140 degrees. Now, this theta, you just have to insert it in the formula. You say, okay, distance is equal to 140. You should multiply by what? 60. Then you do it nicely. Of course, it is 0, 0. You write 24. This and that plus 2, that is 8. So we are saying 400 nautical miles. So this was the distance. What was I saying? I say let's run away from this type of methods because it will be wasting our time. You can see I haven't even used the radius there which have been given. I haven't used it. Instead you just say no, let me avoid this. What is the use of that? You just go direct. So I haven't used the radius, which is sorry, the pi which have been given here. There is no need of using a pi. So let's adopt this method. It's so lovely and time saving. Please like it and of course comment and share the link. Subscribe. Next, on the same question, they are saying find R. Find R. Mind you, this is A. This was A. And now they are saying find R. How do we find RT? Mind you, this is the distance along the latitude. So along the latitude, it is this one. RT, it is this side. RT, it is along the latitude, 60 degrees south. So, ladies and gentlemen, with our new formula, just have to say theta times 60 cos. You have to insert where are they both, those 2 points, where are they sleeping or where are they lying? You agree with me that R and T, they are on 60, so that is cos 60 here. What is their difference? I should find the difference difference in what? Longitude, because it is along the what? Latitude. So I should find theta. How do I find theta? We are saying theta because it is along, they are sharing the same latitude. So we tend to work on longitude. So this one is 71 west and 21 because they are both found in the west. This is 21 west, 71 west, we subtract. So ladies and gentlemen, we do what? Subtract. So when you subtract it nicely, I know you are good boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, when you subtract it nicely, you are going to get something like theta is equal to 30. You get 30. That is the difference. So now this theta, you bring it here nicely. This is my 30. Should multiply by 60. And then this cos 60, ladies and gentlemen, use a calculator. What is cos 60? It is 0.5 using a calculator. You get your calculator nicely. You get a calculator nicely. You say what is cos? What is cos 60? Nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, you go on your calculator, you say, okay. Me, I love to teach my children to start with cos. You say cos 60, it is 0.5. You just say cos 60, it is 0.5. Let's hope the cameraman is able to see. So from there, you multiply by 60 now. Again, multiply by 30. So eventually, you are going to come up with 900. So this 900, I'm saying, how do you do it? You say, okay, this 900, you write 900, Newt what? Mouse. It means we are done with this question. What is that which we have learned this afternoon? We have learned that when they have asked you to find the difference in either latitude or longitude, in this case they started with the longitude. They were talking about the difference in longitude between Q and R. Q and R, they are talking about longitude. The other one is found in the what? In the east, the other one is found in the west, so we tend to add them. So this was the difference which we found. You can see 21. I said it is very, very important to show this part so that you can have your final answer. Do not write it here, just a shortcut like 62, because there are a lot of question mark. Where did you get the 62? So from there, ladies and gentlemen, we are running away from using this method where they are looking at the distance PQ. You say theta is equal to 2 pi r. Mind you, I'm avoiding this method. This is the distance along the longitude. The distance along the longitude, there is no cost, so I'm avoiding. I just go straight to this one whereby distance is equal to theta times 60. And this is the formula. This is the distance along the longitude. So distance along the longitude, this is longitude. Wow, this one is the formula for distance along the what? Along the latitude. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how this question should be handled. I feel and I'm happy that I'm sure you have enjoyed my teaching. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Fellow viewers, welcome back. We are on question 7B, that is for last year. This is 2024 school certificate. 2024 school certificate. We are on question number 7B. Question 7B. So ladies and gentlemen, we are told the diagram below shows the points R, Q, P on the surface of the earth. Take my pi to be that one. Of course, my radius, as I told you in the previous question, I told you that radius can be either in kilometers or nautical miles. So in this case, it is in nautical miles, 34, 37 nautical miles. And then this is the earth geometry. I told you that these are just imaginary lines that are very, very important for us to help us to locate places, also to calculate time. Especially when it comes to time, we'll talk about that in paper 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as long as they are asking you to calculate distance in nautical miles. Please, I have already introduced to a new formula. Here we go. Find the difference in longitude Q and T. So I'm at Q and T. Mind you, they are sharing the same what? Latitude. These points, mind you, point Q and T, they are sharing the same latitude at 20. So since they are sharing latitude at 20, so they are now asking us to find the difference in what? In their longitude. So I told you we have to start with theta. So here it is found on the west 70. Now the other one is found in the east 42. So meaning you have to add with 42. You agree with me that when you do it probably correctly, you are going to have 112 degrees, and that is very, very important. Kindly, it's very, very important for us to show your addition here 70 and 42. Why have we added? I said this is found in the west, the other one is found in the east. So we tend to add them. So that is the difference in the theta. And that is the 7a part 1. So this is the part 1. Well, 7a part 2, 7a part 2 is telling us that Angel calculate the distance between RP in nautical miles. So we are looking at the distance along RP. RP, this is along the latitude. So the new formula, no need of us looking for the odd one, it's just the distance is equal to theta times 60 cos x. So cos x, where they are sharing. You agree with me that my distance in this case, I should first of all find the theta. How do I find the theta? You can see the other one is found in the east, the other one is found in the west. So you have to add 70 plus 42. So actually you agree with me that you have already found that one. So let me just repeat so that for the sake of other viewers to understand. Please, to find this theta is this one, which they have already told us where we are coming from, but all the same, we have to look at this. So how do you find it? When you add, you are going to get 112. So this 112 degrees, it is the theta there. So my RP, I'm looking at the distance. How do we get the distance? For me to get distance is equal to 112 multiplied by 60. Where are they? Both points RP, they are found on 85 degrees. So please, using the calculator, you should have a calculator whereby you say, okay, how do we do it? You say, okay, 112 multiplied by 60 multiplied by cos 85. Please, I'm going to have a situation like this. I have a number. Write everything you see on the calculator. No shortcut. Everything you say, okay, the point I have is equal to distance is equal to 585.68. I've got 6 again. I've got 5, 9. I've got 1, 3. Please, this number is very, very important, viewers. Very, very important. Write it like that. Now to 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3. My neighbor is 6, so it will be 5, 8, 6 nautical miles. So this is very, very important to remember. So once more, how do you do it? I say you have to find the difference in longitude between R and P. So why we added a 70 and that's how we do it. From there, what do? You say, okay, if that is the case, substitute this theta into the formula. The 60 is there. This is 112 degrees, which you found there. Then it cos 85. You do the correct, the needful. You are going to come up with this one. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my RP. So that's how we find the RP. For B, how do we find the PT? PT, we are looking at the distance is equal to theta times 60. No need of putting the cos. Again, here you have to find the theta, PT. You can see both are found in the what? In the north. So it is 85. Should subtract 20 by theta, it will be 65. So this 65, I should just slot it in the formula, meaning distance is equal to 65 times 60. So if you do the needful, meaning with your calculator, no need of you panicking, just say 65 times 60. I believe you get, doing it correctly, you are going to get 3900 nautical miles. So once more, I said, how do we find the distance along the longitude? PT. PT is just theta times 60. So ladies and gentlemen, I feel when it comes to nautical miles, we have done the needful, meaning I've shown you the simplest way of answering the questions. So our next step, we'll look at the question, which maybe they are asking us to sketch. I remember it came in some other years, so that we see how we can sketch and then we come up with this before we talk about the kilometers, so that at least by the time we are done, it means we have covered what is found in paper 2. Once more, Saube is on channel. Please come, subscribe, share, comment, and of course share the link with others. Please, if there is anything which you feel we can share, you can bring it on board, you can comment, and then we'll respond to you. Thank you so much. Remember, this question normally is there. It comes with mensuration. So mensuration I've already taught. Together with this is a 6 marks. You'll be given 6 marks plus that of mensuration 6 marks, together 12 marks. All the best. Thank you.